Okay, in today's video I will show you how to make traditional Polish barley soup. Very simple ingredients and you can make it very quick. This one is my mom's recipe. So we'll start with ingredients. We'll need some bones with meat for a soup. In Polish soup you can always shop, you can always ask for bones for a soup and they will basically give you those. So we need just two of them, probably one big one would be enough, but we've got two. With the bones like this, with the meat, obviously that's raw meat, those you need to always soak in cold water overnight to get rid of all the dirt and blood and, you know, those bits which you don't want. So we're gonna soak our soup bones in water, in cold water overnight, and then we can start making soup. We also need 4 big large potatoes, we need celery, we need 1 onion, we need parsley, a parsnip, we will need 4 carrots, 2 parsley, 2 parsnips, 4 carrots, we need barley, 4 tablespoons, we need chicken stock, vegeta. Vegeta, you will buy it in Polish soup as well, and basically it's a dry veggies. So this is how it looks like. It adds the saltness to your soup. You can buy in every Polish supermarket. Also you should be able to get it in Tesco. Then we need parsley, fresh parsley for decoration on top, and it's good, it's healthy for you. We need some salt and pepper, and that's everything we need. So simple ingredients. I will include a proper list of ingredients under in the first comment under the video if you want to recreate it. This one is my mom's recipe, so it's traditional barley soup. Also, my mom mentioned that if you want to make it even better and have it as a proper meal, then, because with soups usually you have soup and something else, but because the soup got, as you can see, lots of veggies, meat, and it's nice and it will make you full, you can add even one, I will show you, you can add even some Polish sausage. This sausage is already, basically this one is smoked sausage. So all you have to do is basically peel it, cut it in the small chunks, and just before the soup is cooked you can add it on, and it will make soup taste better, and it will be also more filling. So highly recommended if you want to add some smoked sausage at the end. You can do it without, of course, traditional way, but my mom always say just add some sausage and it will be very filling and you don't need anything else. So let's get started. Okay, we're gonna start the soup with our soup bones, which has been soaked overnight for overnight basically. If you don't have time, you can soak them for like 2 hours and it will be still fine. My sister does that, so it's fine. But obviously, longer you soak them, you get rid of more of what you don't need, so probably better. So we're gonna throw our soup bones in cold water, probably 4.5 liters, and we're gonna boil it for about 30 minutes. Okay, we're gonna boil this for about 30 minutes of low heat, and we're not gonna add anything at this point. We're just gonna be careful because there will be a foam on top, and we just need to get rid of that foamy dirt from time to time, so just remember to do that quite often. But this is natural that the foam will basically form. Okay, I have soaked in here for only half an hour 4 tablespoons of barley. Of course you don't need to soak it if you don't have time, that's completely fine. My sister and my mom just do it straight away, so put it straight in. So what we're gonna do, we can even put our barley straight in now with the bones. So this is to ensure that it's fully cooked later on. Okay, Okay, this is very quick soup, so you can make it really quickly. We actually don't need barley anymore, that's gone. So we've got veggies now. So what we're gonna do in the meantime, we're gonna prepare our veggies really quickly. So we're gonna peel them and cook them, and I'll show you how. Optional smoked sausage, we can peel it and basically cut it in small pieces. If you've got small kids, I would say you can get rid of the skin. So peel the skin and cut the sausage. Okay, this sausage I have cut it in like quarters, small quarters, and I peeled as a skin just because I've got small kids. Our potatoes we're gonna peel and cut it in small squares. We're gonna have to cover them in cold water so they don't change color to black, and they will blacken if you leave them. Cook them a little bit early and leave them for half an hour, so make sure you cover them with the water. Okay, as you can see in here, we've got the foam, which has foam, with the bits which you want to get rid of, so we need to keep eye on it. Basically with a spoon, put it in a, get rid of it. We want to nice and clean water in here, as clean as possible, because with obviously barley it's gonna be a bit cloudy, but that's fine. We're gonna get rid of those bits, those are the worst. Okay, we can got rid of all the foamy bits, and we're gonna carry on cooking it. Our potatoes are washed and obviously peeled, washed in cold water, and then we're gonna cut it in squares, and we're gonna cover it with the water. Our potatoes are gonna cut in squares like this, and of course once we chop them, we need to cover them in cold water. Our potatoes are cut in squares, but remember, you want to, you know, cut them a kind of similar shape. If you make one bigger and one smaller, then one gonna be cooked through, the other one still not cooked, so they have to be kind of same size, if that makes sense. Okay, now we're gonna prepare the rest of the veggies. So we're gonna we've got our 4 carrots, 4 parsley, and we're gonna peel them. If you've got organic carrots or parsley from your garden, then you don't need to peel it, you just chop the ends and then wash it and keep the skin. If this is carrots from supermarkets, then I would say you need to wash them and peel them. We've got celery in here. We're gonna use, just peel them, the celery, and use like cut them in half and leave it as a whole in a soup, but those we're gonna cut in a half moons. Our veggies are peeled, washed, and we're gonna cut it now. Our carrot we're gonna cut in half, then we're gonna cut those parts in once again in half, and then we're gonna end up with something like this. So we're gonna add carrots, celery in parsnip. We want to get rid of the foam again. Okay, our soup was cooking for 30 minutes. Now we're gonna add chopped parsnip, carrots and celery. So celery we just cut in half, so we're gonna put it as it is, and then carrots and parsnip like this. Okay, now it's a good time to add the herbs. So we're gonna put it in now with carrots, parsnip and celery. Okay, now we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of vegeta and 1 chicken stock. Cook our soup with carrots, parsnip, and for about 10 minutes. In the meantime, we're gonna fry up our onion. We'll chop it on olive oil, and we'll fry it on olive oil until golden brown. Our soup is getting a nice shape and form, nearly there. Frying pan, we're gonna add a little bit of butter because I don't have olive oil today, and we're gonna fry our onion until golden brown. Now, once barley is soft and cooked through all the way, time to add our potatoes. Make sure that you add some potatoes, then with a spoon just stir it through to see how thick is the soup, and then regulate how much potato you need. And we're gonna cook them potatoes in a soup for about 15 minutes, but always add them only when your barley is fully cooked. And in a second we're gonna add our onion once it's ready and golden. Now we can add salt and pepper. I'm gonna add some pepper because my soup is quite salty. Okay, now we're gonna add some herb black pepper as well. It's tasty and it's gonna make soup taste better. My mom always add it. It's gonna add that nice smoky flavor as well. It's gonna be delicious if you want this extra special. Okay, we've got about 9 minutes until our potatoes will be cooked through. We can add smoked sausage if you're using one. As I said, this is optional. I want my soup to be, you know, have some chunk of meat, so it's very filling. Soup is now ready. As you can see, he's not watery. It's, you know, it's a filling soup, and we're just gonna add now some chopped fresh parsley on top. If you've got kids, I would recommend not to add parsley, and they will love the soup on its own.